When it comes to growing your SaaS business, you need a go-to-market machine. Now, there's two things that goes into a go-to-market machine. There's the go-to-market strategy and there's the go-to-market execution. Now, most founders tend to over-focus on the execution. They'll load up the emails, they'll pay the ads, but they won't spend enough time on the strategy. Now, why not? It's because it's kind of difficult. It's much easier to just give the money to Facebook and hope it works. It's a lot easier to send 1,000 emails using a sales engagement platform. But when you get the strategy right, the strategy being your ideal customer profile, the strategy being your messaging, your positioning, the strategy being your pricing, everything changes. In this video, I'm going to dig into exactly the most important part of your go-to-market strategy. That's your strategic message. I'm going to explain to you what it is and the 3 principles you absolutely need to know to actually build out your strategic message. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK, and on this channel, I help SaaS founders like you grow your SaaS businesses faster with an unstoppable strategy. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode with actionable strategies and tips that'll help you grow your SaaS business faster. If you're already part of this community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching program, welcome back. It is so awesome to see you guys all over here. All right, so I remember in the early days of ToutApp, that was my last SaaS business that I founded. It was backed by Intermission Horowitz. We scaled it, sold it. We were the pioneers in sales engagement software. But back then, no one called it sales engagement. In fact, most people didn't even believe that there was budget to be had by selling to sales teams. It was that crazy. And so we were going around trying to teach people that, hey, it takes 8 touches to convert a lead to an opportunity. When an inbound lead comes in, you need to follow up with them. You need tools. You need to make sure that you have consistent messaging. You need to have productivity. Over time, as multiple competitors entered the space, it coalesced into this category called sales engagement. But make no mistake, back then, no one knew what it was, and selling something was really difficult. And on top of that, the worst part of it was there was no assumption that you absolutely need a sales engagement platform on top of your sales stack or MarTech stack. That's how crazy it was. Now, how did sales engagement come to be? It was because enough companies delivered a consistent strategic message about building pipeline, about having a productivity solution, about having multiple touches to generate pipeline on the sales side. Because we did that, because we crafted that message and kept delivering it, sales engagement became a thing. And today you have billion-dollar companies in the sales engagement space, and you have a long tail of companies that are serving in the sales engagement space. In fact, I meet a founder every other week that's starting a company in the sales engagement space. That's how incredible it is. But none of this would have happened if enough people didn't come together and craft their strategic message. As soon as we crafted a strategic message, we were able to actually articulate exactly why someone needed to use our software, and it became a thing. It became such a thing that it became a required thing. It became something that budget was allocated for. It became a thing where companies of all sizes said, in addition to CRM, we also need sales engagement. Same story plays out with sales enablement, marketing automation. You name the category, the same story has played out. It exists because they got together and actually created a strategic message that really made it clear that this is very much needed. So if you're in a SaaS space and you're starting to figure out your category, you're starting to figure out how to differentiate yourself from the competition, you need a strategic message. That strategic message, when you actually craft it, will make everything easier. Your website will become easier, your ads will become easier, your pitch deck will become easier, your sales deck will become easier. All of these things will come together very, very effectively. If you skip this part and you just start sending out outbound emails, start paying for ads, you'll lose money real fast and your conversion rates aren't going to be very good. And you're also not going to win the game, the category game, which is what pays premiums in the SaaS space. Now that you know why you need a strategic message, you might be wondering, well, how do I build one? How do I actually create and craft a strategic message so that I can actually have the right go-to-market strategy, and then I can focus on the execution, which is actually, believe it or not, the easier part. There's 3 principles that I want to teach you based on everything that I've learned, both in the ToutApp journey, where we crafted a strategic message, and the Marketo journey, where we had to revamp our strategic message to actually do a 2-year transformation and sell the company to Adobe for $4.75 billion. Strategic messages win deals. And I'm going to give you the 3 principles that you absolutely need. So if you're excited to dig into 3 principles, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button and let's dig right into it. The first thing you need to answer in a great strategic message, the first principle you need to embrace is you need to answer why you. Not you, but you, the customer. As the customer is scrolling, or looking through their inbox or on LinkedIn or on Facebook, when they look at your strategic message, it'll immediately identify them specifically and answer why they should pay attention. It'll specifically call them out. The more specific you get, the more likely it is that you'll get their attention. So you could say, we target salespeople. Well, that's pretty broad now. That won't work if you're in the sales engagement space. Maybe back then you could say VPs of sales. So you might say, well, we focus on sales teams that are in early stage, fast scaling, hyper growth mode, right? That gets specific. So the first thing you need to actually pick and define for your strategic message. By the way, strategic message is what I call a manifesto. I refer to a manifesto all the time. I'll tell you more about that later. You need to actually define why you, and you need to actually clearly articulate it. How do you go about doing this? Well, one of the first steps in this is to actually create an ideal customer profile. Everyone thinks they have an ideal customer profile. They don't. Check out this video where I go into details on exactly how to create one, 3 things you bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know about building an ideal customer profile. You don't have to go now, I'll link to it below. The second principle that you need to employ after you've answered the why you, specifically you, the customer, is what is the big opportunity or the big risk? Companies and categories highlight a big opportunity to be had or a big risk to be had. For ToutApp, we said, look, it takes 8 to 10 touches to actually convert a lead to an opportunity. You're probably not doing it. You're not going to do it manually, not at scale, not for every lead. That's both a risk and an opportunity. That's what makes sales engagement so damn good. So you got to figure out what is the big opportunity or risk that's happening for this group of people, this very specific group of people. That's the second part that goes into your strategic message. Now, before I go into principle number 3, let me just pause here for a second. If you're starting to see the power of a strategic message, if you can start to see how answering some of these simple questions, crafting a strategic narrative can make your website easier, your ads easier, your outbound emails easier, your pitch deck easier. If you're starting to see how powerful and important this strategy piece is before you start executing, can I just get a yes in the comments below? That way I know you're getting value. My team loves seeing these. I love seeing this. It just means a lot to us. And if you haven't already, go and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm as well. Lastly, if you want to develop a strategic message, you want to apply these principles, and you want a step-by-step framework to follow, this is why I have my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. I'll link to it below as well. Let's go to principle number 3. Principle number 3, you have to answer for your strategic message is why now. So it may be that you have called me out specifically. It may be that you highlighted a big risk or a big opportunity. I'm still not going to do anything until you answer why now. What happens if I don't take action now? What happens if I don't take advantage of this opportunity now? What happens if I don't actually do anything? What is the risk? What am I going to lose? That's the third piece that you have to have in your strategic message. Now, a strategic message comes together into a pitch deck. I call it a manifesto. A manifesto could be about a 6 to 9 slide deck. You can use it as a lead magnet. It'll guide you in your internal company messaging. It goes into your pitch deck. It helps with your website, your ads, outbound, everything. It's core to everything that you do. Strategic message will also translate into a 1-sentence value prop as well, which will be super important when you meet people or you're going to Thanksgiving and explain to grandma exactly what you do. Thanksgiving was last week, but that's still good. I don't know why I included that joke. We're going to keep it in there. Anyway, so those are the 3 principles. To recap, number 1, why you? Number 2, what is the big opportunity or risk? And number 3, why now? You put these 3 things together, you start to get the right ingredients for your strategic message. You get a great strategic message, you'll be able to differentiate from your competitors, you'll be able to execute better for your go-to-market machine, and you'll be able to close deals faster because people will understand the urgency around taking action. If you got value from this video, if you're excited about building out a strategic message, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't already. Also, if you are building out a go-to-market machine, that means the strategy part and the execution part. If you want to get distribution right, if you want to grow your SaaS business faster, I invite you to apply to join my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. This program gives you a step-by-step framework to follow, along with my coaching, to help you build a scalable go-to-market machine based on my experience at ToutApp and Marketo, both RevTech companies, based on helping other early-stage companies grow. All of that is backed into this program. I'm super excited about it. It's been an amazing ride with the founders that we do have in there, seeing their success that they're seeing already, and I want to help you as well. Now, the program is not for everyone. You got to have the better the fit, the better the results. So what we ask you to do is check out the details. Let's go to tkkader.com/GTM. We'll give you details about the program. If you feel like this is a fit for you and you're ready to commit to joining a program like this, then you can apply to join. You ask you a set of simple questions. I get on a call with you. We have a discussion about it. And if I think I can help, then you're in. We'll get you into the program. More details at tkkader.com/GTM if you want a step-by-step framework to follow. If you got value from this video, please smash that like button. Now don't forget, I do 3 videos like this where I go into actionable strategies on how to drive growth for your SaaS business. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon if you haven't already. And also, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. But when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode.